Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Jill here with At Home with Jill, and I am going to be decluttering my girls' room today again. If you were here for the last decluttering video, you know we got rid of so much stuff in here, and once again, it is out of control. So we actually got a dresser for free from my cousin, this wooden one, and I love it so much. So now Stella and Aubrey will each get their own dresser for their clothes, which will help a lot. And we are going to be decluttering their clothes and their toys. So definitely grab a cup of coffee because you are going to enjoy this video. It's going to be very motivating. We got rid of so much stuff. All right, let's get into it.
Guys, we're in here to declutter. I've got a donate box here and a trash bag for trash. All right, so everything we're not keeping is going in here, and this is for the trash and the junk. Okay.
I decided to start with the clothes because I figured that would be the easiest thing for decision making. Anything that doesn't fit or that just looks nasty, like things that I cringe if my kids wear in public and I don't notice till we get somewhere, all of that had to go because they have like clothes that they've like painted in and just gotten really stained up and stuff, things that they've worn so many times that it's just they shouldn't wear them anymore, things like that. So also I am donating anything that I won't like anything of Stella's that I'm not going to pass down to Aubrey, like things I just don't like or I know Aubrey won't like. I'm just donating. So I was pretty ruthless when it came to the clothes because I'm so tired of the amount of laundry I've been doing for them. I know that, I think that they throw clothes on the floor maybe. I don't know. This is just a theory, okay? I feel like I'm always washing clothes that didn't even get worn. So I'm also just donating things that I see in the laundry all the time, but I never actually see someone wearing because my thoughts are that they're trying to look for something they want, and so they end up throwing stuff on the floor to dig in their dressers, and then that stuff ends up getting thrown in the dirty hamper. So I'm just literally getting rid of so much clothes. And then also, like, there was a bunch of clothes in Stella's dresser that is way too big for her. So I'm thinking maybe Briella got rid of stuff she didn't want and gave it to Stella. And now there's clothes in Stella's dresser that won't even fit her for years. So I'm just getting rid of all of that because obviously Briella didn't want it. And it was probably hand-me-downs that I gave to Briella that maybe didn't even fit her yet because the stuff was even too big for Briella. So I must have grabbed hand-me-downs for Briella and then she doesn't want them. So anyway, I'm just getting rid of it all because if I save stuff that's too big, I never end up remembering to get it down in time. And then by the time I find it, it's too small for anybody. So I'm just not keeping a bunch of hand-me-downs. Like, I'm just not anymore. I used to think I was, saving money by doing that, but instead I was causing a headache, causing regret, and causing bad negative feelings when I would find stuff that no longer fit. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe we didn't use this. Anyway, and we've never been without clothes. Like, we've never needed clothes. So I'm just donating so much. We also always have a blessings table out at our co-op. So we go to a homeschool co-op every other week, and there's always a table set out where we can bring clothes to bless other people with, and then we can take whatever we want from what other people set out. And then just at the end of the day, we just have to bring home whatever no one took. So usually on the way home, I just donate the rest, but at least other people had a chance to go through it and take stuff that they needed. And then I've been getting good stuff almost every time we go, like little dresses for Aubrey. Like I keep finding stuff with Aubrey's size, which is perfect because I don't have hand-me-downs for Aubrey, because literally when Stella outgrows stuff, it's not good enough to pass down anymore. Like my kids play outside so much and are just so rough with their clothes and how they play. I don't keep any of my older girl's stuff for Aubrey. So anyway, it's been really nice to find stuff on the blessings table that's in really good condition that I'm able to use for Aubrey. So that has been such a blessing, which makes the name of it perfect, the blessings table. And then also sometimes people put toys out there and it's just awesome. But anyway, I am now just scooping out everything that was under this dresser, which was a lot of stuff, you guys. So much stuff under this dresser, which I'm pretty sure when my girls are cleaning their room, they just shove things under here. I know I did it as a kid, so I'm not holding it against them or anything, but yeah. So we're just cleaning this out. All right, so now I am just going ahead and sorting through this first pile of stuff. I'm throwing I'm throwing laundry to a laundry pile. I'm throwing stuff that I think we're going to be keeping or stuff that I have to ask the girls about into a pile. I'm throwing trash away. And yeah, so as far as donating the toys and things, I wanted to make sure and talk to them about all of that. So I'm just throwing away everything that I know for sure is trash and that doesn't need to be donated, like junky, broken, or whatever things. And then I'm making a pile of stuff that I can ask them if I can donate, if that makes sense. So, right here, that's kind of how I threw everything over there. I'm going to be making a laundry pile in the hallway now to get the clothes out of my way. And then I have the donate basket there and my trash bag. So I'm going to start going through their toy bins pretty soon. And that blue bin that has stuff in it right there, that is a bin of Lego Duplos that we got from the charter school. So I'm also going to be tossing any Legos I find into that bin and then taking that out of their room. It's really not even supposed to be in their room. That was supposed to stay in the living room. And so I'm going to be moving that back out, and I'm seriously considering returning that to the charter school now because it's no longer being used the way it's supposed to be used. And then right here, what I'm picking up is a game that also was from the charter school, and I'm a little irritated because the box is all ripped up, and this is exactly why stuff like this is not supposed to come into their bedroom. Like, these game pieces were everywhere, all over the room. The box is ripped up. Like, this is supposed to be staying in good condition to be returned, and I'm just really irritated about that. So I am going to have a talk with my kids and set some serious ground rules. Like, also, I found an insane amount of markers and pencils and crayons and blah, blah, blah. That stuff also is not supposed to come into their room. So I'm going to have a talk with them. The only thing that should be in their room when it's time to clean their room is clothes and their toys. Like, and all their clothes should be put into the laundry basket, not thrown on the floor. So anyway, I'm going to have a talk with them, like I said, and I'm going to be inspecting their room every evening. So it's going to be like a before bedtime routine that I just come in here because, okay, so the hard thing is it's out of sight, out of mind because my husband is the one that puts them to bed every night because he's at work all day. He really likes to have that time to put them to bed every night. So I'm going to make it a point to come in here before he puts them to bed and just make sure there's nothing in here that's not supposed to be in here, and that they have put everything away the way they're supposed to. Because now that it's decluttered, like, it's going to be so much easier for them. And so I'm just going to come in here every evening and make sure it's staying that way. That way, if there's like a game in here, I can address it right away. Like, hey, who brought this game in here? Games are not supposed to be in here at all. So pick this up and don't bring one in here again. You know, that way it's like a learned habit. Because I'm sure they just forgot that they weren't supposed to bring games in, and also pencils and markers and all that stuff. They probably just eventually forgot, and then I didn't notice, and so it just became a bigger problem. Okay, so anyway, now this area, they each have their own toy bin, and they each have this like treasure box thing, which I hate these treasure boxes. They're falling apart. They are all broken up. They look like an eyesore. They just get filled with junk and trash and everything. And so I'm gonna try to talk the girls out of getting rid of their treasure boxes. They don't need it, especially now that they each have their own dresser. They have room for clothes and special, like they have room to have a little drawer or two drawers for like special items that they don't want to just get thrown into the toy bin. Because I did notice that they had stuff like down at the bottom of the toy bin that was like broken, that was special to them, or like nail polish that they couldn't find. So I'm making a way where they have a drawer for special little things, and then their toy bin is just for stuffed animals and Barbies, like the bulky toys that aren't gonna break in there. There was also like a broken mirror at the bottom of this one with like tiny shards of glass. I'm like, that is so unsafe. So yeah, they're gonna have a dresser drawer for that kind of stuff, and then, like I said, just the bulky toys are gonna go in the bins. They actually did such an amazing job getting rid of stuff. You will see that when I bring them in. They're just like doing so good at being like, I don't need that, I don't need that, donate that, get rid of, get rid of, get rid of. So that was so exciting. And my middle daughter, Stella, who just turned 9, it finally clicked for her. Like, the last couple times I did this with her, she wanted to keep everything. This time she was like, yeah, I don't need this because I have this and it's better than that one, and so I don't need both. And I have 3 pink nail polishes and I always use one of them, and I never use these because they don't work as good. So yeah, why am I keeping all 3? I'll get rid of these 2 and keep this one that I use. And then same with like she had 2 purses. One that's like too small, it doesn't fit her stuff, and it's a constant pain, and it's dirty and gross and old. And then she has one that she got for her birthday, and it's like a mini backpack, but it's bigger than her purse and it fits more stuff, and she loves it. So I was like, why do you need the purse if you have this mini backpack that works as a purse? And she was like, yeah, you're right. And so she was willing to get rid of her old dirty too small purse. And so it just finally clicked for her this time, and it made me so happy. And my kids always get to this point. They get to the age where it finally makes sense to simplify and have things look nicer and be easier to clean up, easier to manage, easier to take care of. She's finally seeing that, like, when she has too much stuff's getting broken, stuff's getting lost, stuff's not getting used, that because she just doesn't see it. But when she has less, she can see everything she has and manage it and use it for what it's supposed to be used for. So it just made me so happy. So I literally just have one child left who is not at the age yet where she understands it. And so Aubrey did want to keep like almost everything, but she also was pretty good about me talking her into some stuff to get rid of. But it's just so nice because now my 3 oldest kids understand and they're seeing the benefit of having less stuff and they're wanting to declutter. So anyway, it just, you guys, if you feel like stuck or you feel like your kids are never going to get to that point, continue teaching them, continue setting the example for them. They will understand one day. Okay, so I'm now on my second round. I'm on the second bin. The first bin, like I said, it had a bunch of shards of glass at the bottom, so I dumped that into the trash bag. I'm just going through the toy bin once first and throwing away trash, throwing away junk, donating stuff that I know doesn't matter. For some reason, there was dirty clothes in these bins. Like, what the heck? There was a sweatshirt that someone could never find, and it was at the bottom of their toy bin. So I think there's been times where they're like tired and they had to clean their room and they just shoved everything in their bin. So anyway, I'm doing a once over, and then I'm pretty close to the point where I'm bringing them in to go through everything with me. This video did start getting too long. Like, I had too much footage to put it all in one video, so I ended up breaking this video up into 2 parts. So a lot of it is going to be in part 2. So just letting you know that right now.
You drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on. I put my feet up and we just sing along. And I can't help but feeling just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever?
All right, guys, so I'm going to stop this here. This will be the end of part 1. So I filled up this entire thing for donating. So I'm going to have to empty that out into like a trash bag so then I can fill it up again, hopefully. But that is the donation. This is the trash. It's pretty full. So yeah. So anyway, trash, donate, dirty clothes. So their toy bins are completely empty, and I'm gonna need to get the girls in here before I make any more decisions with their dolls and stuffed animals and things like that. So yeah, so also, like, this is a box that Stella, she got makeup for her birthday and it came in this box. You know, I want to convince her that she can keep this stuff in something else, like something smaller. Like, for instance, she had a little, like this right here was just in her toy bin, empty, like getting all smashed up, and like she could put that stuff in here or just in another like smaller container. Or we could get her like maybe a little makeup bag or something. But like, this is just a huge box to keep for that stuff. So I just feel like I want to kind of talk her into getting rid of the box but keeping what's in it. And then also, she kept a lot of the bags that she got for her birthday recently, and like she has some stuff still in the bag. So I want to kind of help her figure out like where she could put things. And also, all of these markers I
I just want to see if she wants to get rid of them, because so many of them have like missing lid on one side, and then like all these little caps are breaking off of them. Like you're supposed to be able to see what color you're grabbing when they're all in here, but like all these caps are breaking off. And also these markers, when you use them, you have to like, so say you were going to be drawing on this page, you would need to slide something in here to be a backer, because these markers bleed through so bad. And so honestly, I'm not a fan of them for the little kids. And so I was going to ask her if she doesn't mind just donating this or throwing it away or whatever. And there is just this whole dresser now that is empty. I thought I was going to be giving Stella that dresser and having this be Aubrey's, but after I decluttered their clothes, everything fits so nicely in this one still, although there are a bunch of dirty clothes, so maybe that won't be the case. But I was even thinking like, if this becomes Stella's dresser, like her clothes could go in here, but then she could also have like maybe one drawer could be like her makeup and her hair accessories, like her brush and everything. And then, cause like her brush was also just thrown in the bottom of that toy bin, and she's been using my brush cause she didn't know where it was. So she could have one drawer that has like her brush, her nail polish, her like play makeup and hair ties and bows and whatever in here. And then this is a nice big drawer for clothes. And yeah, these drawers are really nice for clothes, but there are these cute little drawers here that could come in really handy for like organizing. So I do think I'll move Stella's clothes. So right now Stella's are on this side and Aubrey's are on this side, but I can move all Stella's clothes to here and then help her kind of organize her stuff into drawers that doesn't belong thrown in a toy bin. Like all of this kind of stuff, sure, throw it in the toy bin, that's fine. But like there are just other things that should not just be thrown in a toy bin. But anyway, okay. Also, I'm gonna ask the girls if we can get rid of this Barbie house and get rid of like all these random things that go with it, because they just don't use that stuff. You know what I mean? And then I want to get rid of like broken Barbies or whatever. So anyway, and I know with all these stuffed animals that they have, there's no way that they love each and every one they have. And so I really want them to like come in here and make decisions. So anyway, that will be in the next video. So here is part 1. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in part 2. Don't forget to subscribe if you like my videos. All right, bye guys.